Jimmy Touche, that's what he's Hey, boy.
Advancement in technology has opened the door to document a number of unbelievable moments that we never could have imagined. Incredibly shocking or outrageously wonderful. Here are some of the incidents captured on camera that shocked the whole world. Whale calf rescued. In July 2021, a baby humpback whale got stranded on the Gold Coast beach, located in northeastern Australia. The beachgoers attempted numerous measures to rescue the whale calf, but failed until rescuers from the Sea World got involved. Experts used a special harness that was connected to a motorboat in an effort to pull the whale towards the sea, almost with the help of volunteers who kept the whale alive by continuously supplying seawater. Even though it was a baby whale, it weighed around 15 to 20 tons, and it took several hours and attempts until finally it was guided back out to sea. YouTuber swims next to giant fish. Swimming next to a recent catch of gigantic fish is like asking for trouble. Video footage captured in August 2019 shows a popular YouTube angler, Monster Mike, who decided to jump in next to the biggest fish that he had captured. Despite his fear of being in water, he willingly got into the water, and almost immediately, the Goliath grouper decided to get angry, sending Mike into a full panic. The video was recorded at Port St. Lucie in Florida. Soldier crab's vacation. Even though they are the soldier crabs and it looks as if they are on a mission of some kind, their arrival is totally random. Unlike the red crabs who raid the beaches for their migration, these soldier crabs prepare their sea legs and randomly pop out of the ocean. After a lot of speculation, it was determined that these soldier crabs visit the beaches during low tides. They even dig their burrows in the sand, cozy up there, and then simply poof, disappears. They used to come to the beaches in great numbers every year, but due to the rise in tourism, they stopped coming.
Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content.
Goliath grouper aggregation. Opposite to the soldier crabs who used to come randomly, these Goliaths have a whole mating ritual, including a specific time and site. The spawning happens mainly on a deep-sea wreckage or a sheltered reef. Palm Beach County, Florida is the holy spot where scuba divers from all over the world visit. They have special access to the region where they witnessed the largest Goliath aggregation. You must be thinking, why is it a special occasion? Well, the female Goliaths take almost 8 years for maturation to reproduce, whereas the male takes only 6. Sperm whales ultrasound. Scientists have discovered a pretty mesmerizing phenomenon of sperm whales ultrasound. These massive creatures produce a buzzing, clicking, and squeaking sound, which they use to stun their prey. For comparison, let me tell you that it is far louder than a jet plane taking off. Here, listen to this diver attempting to record it. A loud boom and the prey goes to rest in peace. They have the world's largest biological sound booming machine housed within their 10-ton heads. The sheer power of the sound can even cause physical damage to the head, like causing a hemorrhage. A deadly stung. This man was spearfishing when suddenly he got stung by the infamous sea devil, aka the Portuguese man of war. Just take a look at his panic response. Let me tell you all here that the sting of this marine animal delivers excruciating pain, and this pain remains for a good 20 minutes. People unfamiliar with the biology of this venomous Portuguese man of war would most likely mistake it for a jellyfish. Have a look at their underwater colony trying to catch prey. They have a very gut-wrenching way of that. First, their venomous tentacles catch the prey, then they sting it and reel it in. Once the fish is within the tentacles, it dissolves its flesh like a mushy mush liquid and feasts on it. Most venomous fish in Australia. In Australians, basically every living creature is plotting to kill. When it comes to the oceans, stonefish are the most venomous and commonly found fishes in shallow coastal waters in the northern half of Australia. They lie motionless, often partially buried in the substrate and perfectly camouflaged among surrounding coral, rocky reef, rubble, or aquatic plants. Now, this is a perfect disaster waiting for an innocent victim. Beached whale returned to ocean. A baby killer whale for the second time ended up on the beach due to high tide after getting left behind from her pod. A local Florida resident captured this video where rescuers at first kept the whale wet with seawater until they carried her into shallow water using a trailer. Since shallow water wasn't going to cut it, the killer whale had to be carried on a boat by tying it on the side of the boat, so that once they reached far enough, the killer whale could easily be revealed. Octopus escapes boat. After seeing a clear path to escape, this octopus took full advantage and decided to swim away to its home. Look at how sneakily it was moving away. It saw a little opening and decided to squish down its flexible body from there. The escape plan executed perfectly on the whole, but someone captured it on their camera to show it to the world. I guess having no bones really pays off. Whale jumps out on seeing tour. It is moments like these that make the tour well worth it. A video was taken on July 19, 2018 by the port of MAKO in Australia by a tourist on a sightseeing tour boat seconds before it was soaked in water. A humpback whale came gushing out of the water, putting on a show, and later on swarmed off with its siblings. According to the tour guide, this was actually a baby whale. Sinkhole that swallows everything. If it rains cats and dogs, something like this is bound to happen. A clip captured on May 3, 2020 shows the effects of the long rainy season. While the huge flood was sweeping away the landscape and some of the infrastructure, a sinkhole developed that started eating up everything in its path. It started by sucking in water from the large puddle before pulling in mud and long grass, then huge chunks of land. This natural occurrence occurred in Kericho, in the highlands west of the Kenyan Rift Valley in East Africa. Shark cage gone wrong. Knowing how vicious the great sharks can get, this sure should have been better prepared than this. Documented footage from July 2022 shows a huge great white shark that attacked and crippled the diver's enclosure and even flipped it upside down. The shark begins its devastating blows briefly after circling around the diver. Minutes later, the diver started swimming in panic, seemingly towards a boat or solid surface for safety. Biggest crocodile tries to escape. This huge man-eating crocodile was captured by the villagers in the Philippines. This 21-feet man-eating saltwater crocodile was captured after a 3-week hunt. The croc weighed a whopping 2,369 pounds and was suspected of attacking several people and ate 2 of them. Look how it is trying to escape from its human captors by twisting and bending the entire body. Seeing such a huge crocodile isn't even that rare, as the saltwater crocodiles have been known to grow 23 feet in length with a lifespan of 100 years. But this one sure got bulky after eating so many men. MAKO shark jump onto fishing boat. This 7-foot-long MAKO shark jumped out of nowhere and landed directly on a fishing boat in Maine. The sharks of the region were jumping, displaying a show for fishermen when one decided to greet them up close. It ensued a panic among the fishermen as they ran away from the shark to protect themselves, but the poor fella on the other side was also confused as hell. This other incident shows a shark stuck at a fishing boat rail. Its fin is stuck above the rail, rendering it unable to get free. But in the end, with the assistance of the fishermen, the shark was freed back into the ocean. Kite attack. Nanliu Beach in Taiwan is a famous spot for kite flying. Every year during the gusty seasons, the sky can be seen filled with the most colorful kites. People from all over the world come to take part in the colorful activity, showing off their unique kites. In 2020, a video went viral where a 3-year-old toddler was filmed being lifted up several meters in the sky by a 7-foot-long kite. After being flown in the sky for several minutes, the wind slowed down, and the girl finally made it back to the ground, completely unharmed. Many people are convinced that it was a guardian angel that had protected the little girl. But according to the experts, the type of knot that had been created around the girl's waist with the kite's tail is what saved the child from falling. Angry sea lion. Sea lions are pretty adorable, always playful. But have you seen what happens when you bother a sea lion who is chilling on the docks? This video shows you why you should never mess with a sea lion who is enjoying the sea view peacefully. The lady must have gotten the scare of her life when the sea lion roared at her like a real lion. The sea lion was like, "Take your phone away from my face, lady!" Goliath grouper. A clip captured in July 2021 by a local resident finding a dead giant Goliath grouper washed ashore in Tampa Bay off the St. Petersburg shoreline. According to experts, the cause of death for this giant beast was due to an unusually large bloom of toxic red tide. Since it weighed over 400 pounds, a bulldozer was called in to pick up the carcass while cleaning. Apart from this, more than 600 tons of dead fish and other marine life had to be scooped up. Flight from eagle's eye. Now, let's show you how the eagle sees the world while flying high up in the sky. A man fastened a camera on top of an eagle to see the view of the whole Dubai. Look especially at how it towers over the infamous Burj Khalifa. Keep in view that the eagle's eyes are much sharper than this camera lenses. Even at such a great height, the eagle managed to spot its owner and dive straight to him. I must add, what a magnificent dive! Barehanded shark fishing. Sharks hold a pretty fearsome reputation in our minds. Most of us will never feel comfortable going near a shark, yet alone catching one with our bare hands. But not Salam and many other men from Melanesia. In order to reach adulthood and gain respect from their tribe, Melanesian men have to pass an initiation test. This test includes catching a shark barehanded. Over the years, Salam has perfected the technique to catch a shark by using bait, rope, some noise, and a stick. These men believe in their own power rather than the power of luck. That is why they are required to overcome their fears. Water balls on the shore. Beaches are notorious for finding the weirdest, most random things. One fine morning, people were surprised to discover these water balls all along the beach in Argentina. It looks like an army of kids is preparing to have the most epic water fight, but in reality, these water balls are actually eggs. Yeah, these eggs belong to the largest carnivorous sea snails. During the mating season, these giant snails lay translucent eggs that float through the waves, but if they are unlucky, they get thrown to the beach by the waves where they are either eaten by the birds. On beach, they give the impression of a giant pearl from the oysters. Vulture lands on paraglider. With the current economy, who wouldn't want a free Uber ride? A video was captured by a selfie camera in October 2020 by a paragliding instructor, Scott Mason, after a black vulture landed on his selfie stick in the glider while he was above Spanish mountains. The vulture, just as the glider, can be seen enjoying the ride in each other's company. Weirdest egg in the sea. The animal kingdom is filled with weird eggs, from the biggest eggs on the planet to the eggs with the weirdest shape, like the one that belongs to the horn shark. This weird egg is shaped like a screw, but there is a very genius reason behind it. The horn sharks fixed this egg into some rocky nook in order to secure it. When the egg is secured in its place, the sea currents can't sweep it away, and it stays in place. Genius, isn't it? Rare sea angel. This video captured a very rare animal off the Russian coast. This creature is known as a sea angel. These marine creatures are shell-less snails. They use their wings like fins to fly through the water. From afar, they can easily be mistaken for a real-life angel. But don't be fooled by their innocent appearance or their angelic name. These 5-centimeter-long creatures are predators and have a twisted taste. They feed on their closest relatives, the sea butterfly. Slimed road. This is not a scene from some alien movie. This is what Oregon's highway looks like after getting slimed by the hagfish. You might be wondering, how in heaven do these hagfish get to the highway? This is the result of a freaky accident. A truck was carrying thousands of hagfish or slime eels, probably to ship it to Asia, where it is considered a delicacy in many countries, when it crashed, releasing all the eels. If you don't know, hagfish can release a lot of really slippery slime when they are in distress. The authorities used fire hose and a bulldozer to clear the road. This has to be the most bizarre road accident in the entire history of road accidents. Sea alien. Everything living below the depth of 1,000 meters looks like an alien. There are so many species that we have never seen before dwelling in the depths. This video was captured by a remotely operated underwater vehicle that shows a disc-shaped creature coming in frame. As the creature slowly descends, it turns into a beautiful black octopus with sparkly pulsing bioluminescence. I am out of words for this video. This is truly amazing. I wonder what else is down there. Man lands on a bird after jumping. This probably has to be an ideal example for coincidence. A video went viral after it was posted June 21st, 2022, where a man jumped from a high cliff on top of a mountain in Scotland and landed on a bird that happened to be flying by. The video, played in slow motion, shows how both their paths cross, and the man along with the bird fall into the river. Penguin ESPACE. The ice sabs in Antarctica are breaking off, which is endangering the penguins. If you're anything like me, this clip will put you at the edge of your seat. This dramatic video captured the moment when an ice slab broke off, endangering a group of penguins. All the other penguins made it to the intact part in time, while one happy feet got left behind. But it made it back to the group dramatically just moments before the ice drifted away. Oh. This image shows a man in the middle of the sea and a huge wave in front of him. This picture was taken at the Giovanti State Park, north of Santa Barbara, California. A state of panic was spread among the beachgoers when they saw this giant monster tentacles rising in the waves. People thought that a giant squid-like creature was about to attack the divers, until one brave diver decided to jump in the water to investigate. After a while, the diver came out laughing after he saw that there was nothing in the water other than an overgrown kelp forest that was showing through the crystal clear water. Man under the sea. A ship sank in the Atlantic Ocean. All the crew members passed away in that incident except for one, who sat underwater for 3 days waiting for the rescue to come. Harrison Ojijiba Okini was a cook on the ship. As the ship sank, Okini stayed underwater in an air bubble for 3 days, almost 100 feet below the surface. As the temperature begins to drop, Okini's hope for survival started dropping with it as well. Call it a miracle, but on the 3rd day, a team of divers went in to retrieve the bodies of all the people who had lost their lives. But they were both shocked and amazed to see a person's moving hand in the water. They got him prepared and brought him up to the surface. Okini's story makes me believe in miracles again. Ship in storm. Have you ever wondered what happens when a ship is stuck in the middle of a storm? It gets hit by really huge waves. This video was captured by a crew member on the warship of the Royal New Zealand Navy near Antarctica. While they were patrolling the ocean against illegal fishing, this ship ran into a massive storm. Suddenly, a huge monster wave smashed into the ship. The wave was so huge that it looked like the ship had been engulfed by the sea. You can see the blue water smashing against the window. Even the crew on board seemed shocked by the wave. This video is enough to keep us away from the oceans. By the way, do you guys know how dark the ocean is at night? Imagine this monster wave crashing into the ship at that time. I could never survive that! Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.